Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Kate here with another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how you guys can obtain the Smilodon as well as the Bison. Now these are two of the unlockables you can get, and if you need help with the Mammoth one, the tutorial for that is separate, and you can find that in the description below as I'll link it there for you guys to watch. But in today's video, I'll be going over how you can unlock the Smilodon and also the Bison at the same time, and also some things to help make it easier when doing the process. So with that said, let's get right into it. So the first one I'm going to go over is the Bison, since this one is actually pretty simple. All you have to do is mark a predator as a Western horse. Now you can find predators basically like you just search for them, honestly, and they might just find you. But what you want to do is you want to find it could be literally any type of predator, Smilodon, or it can also be a direwolf. So once you find a predator, or and vice versa, they find you, you want to hit 2 and you want to aim this crosshair at that predator. Once you do, you actually unlock the ancient Bison, and you'll be able to now play that as a playable. So the next one is the Smilodon, and the Smilodon's quest is actually a little bit harder than the Bison's, and the reason being is because you actually have to hunt peckeries. Peckeries are these little pigs or boars that roam Echoes of Brea's map, and they do travel in about 5 to 10 of their own kind. And if you don't know already, peckeries are pretty impossible to kill as a direwolf alone, because of the fact that if you get close to a peccary, they get very aggressive and they will try to instantly kill you and gang up on you with the rest of its members. So before I tell you guys the two methods that I would use to actually get the peccaries dead and kill them as a direwolf, I wanted to tell you two things about the peccaries first, which is how to find them and also something that you might not know badge wise. So the first one is badges. If you actually go to the Echoes of Brea page, you'll see a badge that has a question mark. Now this is basically impossible. You might be wondering what this badge is. If you find an albino peccary in the game and kill it, you will get this badge. Now I don't know if you get anything from it because I've never actually found one and actually killed it, but if you do find an albino peccary and kill it, you will get this badge and you will have the badge in your inventory. The next thing is how to find the peccaries, and it's pretty simple, I would say, to find the peccaries, as they're just like players. They're not actually like NPCs where you can actually see an icon pop up. They will actually have a scent trail just like herbivore players have. So you'll see a bunch of green little dots on the ground like these, and you're going to go up to them and make sure it's the peccaries. So as you can see here, actually we did find a few peccaries. Now one thing I will say about the peccaries is you want to have your volume up, because when you get close to the peccaries, they will do a bunch of snapping if they see you, or if they see, well, other players of course. So you want to kind of just follow the scent and you will eventually find them. You can find them basically anywhere on the map, as they do migrate and they travel together to certain areas of the map. A good place to start looking if you have trouble finding them is the trails that give you stamina boost whenever you're on them, because I have noticed that peccaries actually do like to follow those trails, and I found a bunch of peccaries at one point just like following that stamina trail. So do make sure to check those trails if you're having a hard time finding them, but more than likely you'll probably find them just randomly somewhere on the map eventually. So the first method I would use to actually hunt the peccaries, which is probably the best method I would go for, is getting a bunch of direwolves together and making a group or joining a group and going after the peccaries together. The bigger the group, the more there's a chance of scaring the peccaries, so you can actually chase after them and hunt them down, because if you are in a tiny group or if you're alone, they will chase you and they will kill you. So it is best to have a group of people helping you out in hunting these peccaries and killing them, and once you kill them, then you will get the badge. Now the next one, which is for people that don't have people that are going to help them kill the peccaries and they want to do this alone. This is a more harder way of doing it, but it's definitely a way you can do it because I've done it before. It is just extremely hard to do, is sneaking up on the peccaries. All you have to do is really just sneak up on them good enough to the point that you can actually scare them, and when they enter their fleeing state, it's basically free game. You can chase after them and attack them, but do keep in mind that sometimes they will attack back. Also, for new players who might not understand what this means up here when the scent appears. Basically, whenever you get close to the peccary, whenever you get close to the peccary, you want to make sure that this doesn't say bad. You want it to say good or at least neutral, because then it gives you a higher chance of actually sneaking up on the peccaries without them actually snapping at you. And this goes for like literally any NPC. You want to make sure that you are basically upwind of any of your any of your prey, basically, because if not, they will be able to smell you and it will be a lot harder to track them down and also hunt them if that is the case. Also, don't try sneaking up on them when they're currently moving, because it makes it a lot harder for you to actually do anything whatsoever when they're actually moving to sneak up on them, because they are constantly just moving and they're actually pretty fast. So if they're doing what they're currently doing on my screen, just wait until they stay still, because eventually they will. They just are currently migrating to the next place that is scripted in for them. So just make sure to wait, because it's going to be a lot harder to sneak up on them if they are currently moving. And I mean, you could try, but you can see here that they currently don't like the fact that I'm following them. Okay, now that they have currently stopped and rested, you want to crouch and you want to get as close as possible to them. They're just like every other NPC, other than the fact that they have scent and they migrate in packs or herds, whatever you want to call it. They also still have the question mark. So you want to make sure when they do have that question mark, you are not moving. And it's oh, we got another wolf coming in. Just gonna get absolutely... No, don't come after me. God. He just ruined all of that. Also, do keep in mind, if someone else is trying to go after them, you currently are spotted. Like, they magically spot you even though you were stalking them when someone else tries to go for them. They did not spook. They did not spook. I repeat, they did not spook. This one right there. It's like they're separated or something. If I can get this one alone. Yes. And I got it. Okay. Perfect. So that is how you hunt a peccary. You basically either just want to separate them from the herd or do a successful ambush as a direwolf if you consider doing it alone. If you want to do it with a group, it's so much easier to actually do. And it did take me quite a while because I had a lot of trial and error with these dang little pigs. But if you can manage to get one by itself, which is kind of easy if you chase them once they do flee and you for some reason fail to get them, you will be able to actually just separate them. Now they still do damage to you, so like when you attack one and it's by itself, it will attack you back, so just keep attacking it in hopes that you don't die. But yeah, that is how you guys get the Smilodon and the Bison. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions down in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer them if you do. With that said, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!